Pennyworth is another starting point. In this video, we will be exploring precisely this typology of attack vectors. Enumeration. As you can see, the IP address of the target machine. As always, we will be starting with an Nmap scan. The -SC and -SV switches will be employed in order to force default script usage and advanced version detection for services identified on any of the open ports. This will help us get a better overview of the target and understand its purpose on the network. From the output of the scan, we find a singular result of interest. Jetty version 9.4.39 is running on an open TCP port 8080. Like any other HTTP server, we will need to use our browser to explore the service easily. Navigating to the IP address along with the port combination of the target through our URL search bar will yield the following result. The HTTP server seems to be running a Jenkins service. A small summary of this service can be found on their official site. The only hint of leverage we currently have against this login screen would be to attempt logging in using default credentials. In the hopes that the server administrators have not yet finished configuring the Jenkins service, let's try to log in with the default Jenkins login credential. Fortunately, we were right. Attempting multiple combinations, we land on successful login and are presented with the administrative panel for the Jenkins service. Now, it is time to look around. Foothold. After looking around the website, I found a script console. This script console indicates to us that it only executes the Groovy script. Since it only executes the Groovy commands, we will need to create a payload in Groovy to execute the reverse shell connection. Specifically, we will make the remote server connect to us by specifying our IP address and the port that we will listen on for new connections. Through that listening port, the target will end up sending us a connection request, which our host will accept, forming an interactive shell with control over the target's backend system. In order to do that, we will need a specially crafted payload, which we can find in this GitHub cheat sheet. The payload we are looking at looks like this. Copy this code to Notepad. Now change the IP address to the currently deployed VPN connection. In order to get your IP address for the currently deployed VPN connection, switch the tab to OpenVPN, scroll down, and then you see the IP address. Now specify the shell type the attacker expects. Since the target is Linux-based, we are using bin/bash. Now copy the whole script and paste it to the console. Before running the command pasted in the Jenkins script console, we need to make sure our listener script is up and running on the same port as specified in the command above, for in port equals 4242. To achieve this, we will use a tool called Netcat. If you are also a Windows user, then you have to download Netcat by searching on Google. There is a problem with every Windows machine. Windows Defender automatically detects Netcat as a virus. So, we have to disable the Windows Defender before running this tool. Now, Run this tool from command prompt by typing CMD in the bar. In order to see how to use this tool, we can input the nc-h command into our terminal window. Now run netcat-lvnp and then specify the port. This will make our attacker host ready to receive connections from the target, the last remaining step before launching the script we placed in the Jenkins script console. Now that our listener is turned on, we can execute the payload by clicking the Run button. Once the script is run, we can navigate to the command prompt, where Netcat is running, and check on the connection state. From the output, we understand that a connection has been received from an unknown source, and then blank space. We can try to interact with the shell by typing in the whoaminid commands. These commands help verify our permission level on the target system. From the output, we can quickly determine that we rest at the highest level of privilege. We have command execution. Navigate to the root directory on the target and read the flag. As you can see the flag on my screen. Copy this flag and paste it to hack the box. Before that, you have to answer the tasks. You can find these from my blog. If you have any doubts or queries on my video, write me a comment in my comments section.